Okay, great. I'll just write the paperwork and announce your involvement in the film. Wonderful. Okay, goodbye, Michelle. Click. Boop. Dolores, I need you to draw up a contract and announce that Michelle Rodriguez is the star of our new movie.
Okay, and now that I've done those things, I think you should know that Michelle Rodriguez just called and said she won't be in the movie.
But I just got off the phone with her 30 seconds ago. Oh, what the hell do I do now?
Oh?
I don't suppose you want to be in the movie?
Me? Oh, no. I've seen the movies we produce.
Damn it. How do I find a star for this movie now?
Sir, I have this old broom. The bristles are all frayed and bent in the wrong direction. I was thinking, if we draw some eyes on it, prop it up with rubber bands, and just let it dance around on set for 2 hours.
Don't you think people will notice it's a broom and not a human being?
No, we'll just use so many jarring cuts that the audience will be too dizzy to actually notice anything about the film.
Wow, that's great! Did I forget anything else?
Movies need titles?
Yeah, give me one!
Okay, I'll just reach into this bag of Scrabble letters and say the movie is now called The AEon Flux.
They irritate the irritated, flux perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This? The only podcast to follow their dreams, even if it gets everyone killed and causes them to ask the question, why would you make this? Even though they're dead. I don't know how they're asking it. But I have Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host, Jay Delta. How are you, sir?
How are you?
Wagwai.
Wagwai.
Wow. Skylar is also here. What's up, dude?
I'm a little confused because I'm going to break the fourth wall and say, how come my name is never in the script?
Oh, because I don't ever edit that part of the script.
Yeah, that's literally just copy.
Yeah,
It feels very impersonal.
It's just all up in here. Like, all right. There's other parts that don't make sense.
Other than that, I'm great.
Yeah. Okay, so we watched AEon Flux. AEon Flux.
AEon.
AEon Flux.
AEon Flux.
AEon Flux. It's French.
Why? What did you do to my sister?
Wow. Of all the movies to call back to, yes, Bright is the best one. Yeah, of course.
So, I did watch both of these on Netflix. So.
Yeah, they are both on Netflix, strangely enough. AEon Flux, the 2005 sci-fi action film where a mysterious assassin working for a group of rebels trying to overthrow the government is sent on a mission to kill the chairman. A whole new mystery is then found.
Bum, bum.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So this film,
Yeah, the mystery was the plot.
yeah.
But they didn't find it. They never discovered.
Yeah, so the film wasn't really lost in translation because the film is a remake of a cartoon, but it's not a remake, it's a sequel.
Is that what that is?
But it's not a sequel because they kind of like, they're after, like in today, like 2018, they're like, that didn't happen now. Non-canon.
It's also like, I watched half of the first episode of the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
And I looked up the story. It's like, all right, the names are the same and, persons and places. We use some of the stuff, but most of it just
in the
throw it out.
first season, it's Eon and Trevor are like lovers, but they're also enemies.
But the whole story is it's two separate, like, neighboring countries of, like, I don't even remember, Svenborgia.
Was it Borgina or Borgena? Sorry, Brezhna is the one that they live in. Brezhna, and then the Monacans. So they live in Monaca.
Yeah, it was two separate countries, and they were on two sides of it. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, but also not really because they didn't fight like for opposing wars. But definitely our side still though. Like, but I love you. But also, all your people should die. Like that. That part of Romeo and Juliet didn't happen though. Yeah, but then in the second season, every episode ended with her dying and then waking up in the next episode being like, how did I get here? What?
Oh.
So like it follows in this movie, when we learn at the end the whole, like, spoiler for the fucking film, but the whole cloning thing, that's supposed to be a revelation in the whole universe of AEon Flux.
Oh.
And then I guess a couple years later they were like, nah.
Almost.
Yeah. It's not really AEon, like, it's a remake, but it's not a remake, because it follows and it doesn't follow, but it takes, and then it's also, but it's the same timeline, but it's not, and...
It's like the Super Mario Brothers movie. They just use some names and...
Yeah, kinda. Took some acid.
Yeah.
So yeah, the film was not lost in translation, really. A lot of places just called it AEon Flux. Serbia called it AEon Flux, but they spelled it EONFLUKS. You know, it's okay, fine. The Ukraine called it AEon Flax.
Gotta get them...
The flax seeds?
Yeah, gotta get that fiber.
AEon fiber.
Turkey called it Future in Flux.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, okay,
I
sure.
like that better.
All right, so budget. Skylar, you wanna talk about this money thing?
Surely.
Okay.
We got the production budget of a whopping total of $62 million.
Astounding.
I can tell you that I don't know if production budget is also like what the actors get paid. Is that like a separate budget? The actors
I would think
pay
that's
scale?
everything. Yeah.
Because $10 million went to Charlize Theron.
Oh my god.
Ooh. 52 for everything else.
Yeah, so yeah,
What?
all the other actors and the cast and crew and
Like,
locations.
I know Charlize Theron is a
Yeah.
person, but
Yeah.
She has a name.
I
of some
really, aside from Charlie's Angels, I can't think of anything.
Oh,
big.
she's been a fashion model since she was 18.
Oh,
So
sort. Oh.
also, I mean, technically this is mostly just racist, but she is South African. And white South Africans aren't really poor or
Yeah.
non-famous or...
they kind of got the better end of the deal in South
like,
Africa.
I mean, I don't know how proud she is of her heritage or how connected she is to that, but I'm just saying, I mean, like, they're not rape babies. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's although like, it made me lose respect for Africa when I heard that when she won an Oscar, apparently she went. They must have been rich. She went to South Africa, and Nelson Mandela was like, "You put South Africa on the map because of this Oscar win." And I was like, "Ugh."
Fully endorsed her.
No, how you make me lose respect for Nelson Mandela? Go back in that jail cell, you garbage money. Why couldn't I live in the universe where he died, and we had the Berenstein
Where
Bears?
he won the Oscar. Oh.
Where the Berenstein Bears won the Oscar. There's no stain. It's Steen. Stein?
Bernstein. Berenstein.
Braunstein Bears. That's the universe I live in. It's just a bunch of gay Germans.
Oh. What a world.
So yeah, do you want to finish what they made?
Domestically,
Yeah.
they made 25 million.
Yeah,
25.8 million.
just under 26.
Foreign, that's 26.
Yeah, 20, just over 26.
Worldwide, they did 52.3
Yeah.
million dollars. So not quite.
They made back everything except for what they paid Charlize Theron. Effectively saying that she was not worth it. No. All right, so let's just go ahead and do the best hour.
Our favorite hour.
Our favorite hour, the Troy McClure hour. Oh, hello, I'm Troy McClure. You'll recognize me from such hyper-realistic biographies as John Henry Irons' Man, the story of a man who outworked a steam-powered hammer and then used it to build a robotic suit of armor to fix his weak heart. Or Theodore Roosevelt, half man, half moose, all president.
I remember that political cartoon growing up.
Apparently he's half moose. I don't know why. I wasn't born in the 18 whatevers.
Whatever numbers were back then.
I was like 80-something, 18, 14, 13.
He was born in 1813.
Yeah. That's the same place I live on Sesame Street.
That's the same year Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Yeah, 18, 14, 13. It's also a combination to my locker at the YMCA. Okay, so IMDb claimed that the stars of this film were AEon Flux,
Yep.
the Handler, and Sithandra.
Was the handler the white woman in the...
Yeah, that's Frances McDormand. So yeah, but the white woman
Yeah.
in like the Dreamland or whatever
She was
it
a star?
That's what IMDb says of the stars. But I
She
watched
had
the film.
3 scenes.
The stars are AEon Flux and the 2 Goodchild brothers, pretty much.
Yeah.
Those are the stars.
yeah,
Yeah, Trevor and Oren.
Ogle.
Ogle, yeah.
Ogle.
Ogle Goodchild, yeah.
Ogdenberg.
So,
Gain.
fuck all that noise. I'm just gonna talk about Pete Postlethwaite. Yeah, Postlethwaite. He's the keeper, the guy in like the beekeeper suit and blimp.
Yeah.
You'll recognize him from movies like The Usual Suspect, James and the Giant Peach, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, Alien
Titanic.
3.
That's
and
where I know
Inception.
him from.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't remember reading that, but okay.
No, but I was trying. I was like, where do I know?
He wasn't in the film. He just talks about it all day.
Nah, he plays in Titanic. He's like the bodyguard of Billy Zane.
Oh,
So he's the one who like chases Leo and Kate Winslet through the whole Titanic, and he's remember the whole part in the middle of all the Titanic sinking. There's like the shootout.
I can't remember a film I never saw.
Yeah,
What?
I never saw Titanic.
Yeah.
What?
Not my thing.
Oh man.
I don't even think I've seen the titty scene. Like, I just didn't give a fuck.
They all went on a boat and the boat sank.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Why didn't they?
Is it the same reason why you didn't see Passion of the Christ?
Yeah. He just stood around, let him get crucified. Duh. What do you think was gonna happen?
What are you doing, guy? Come on. We all know the end of this story.
Yeah. Only heard it 1,000 times growing up. We also have Amelia Warner that plays Una Flux. That's the sister. You recognize her from Winter Passing, Quails, and The Seeker, The Dark is Rising.
Nope.
Hey, that's what you should.
None of
No.
them things.
All right, well, lastly, I'm going to mention Caroline Chikezi, who plays Freya, which is Trevor's bodyguard.
Got it.
She was in Aragon, Divas, The Double Deal, and a single episode of Supernatural. I only say that because we have a lot of actors who star in films on this podcast who were in an episode of Supernatural. Like, that show loves terrible actors, like,
That
or at least
show's-
actors who choose bad films to star in. Or
Hasn't that show been on for like 33 seasons at this point?
I mean, no, but it's 13, and they're all like 22 episodes long. So,
Yeah.
and in a time where seasons do not go over like 15 episodes,
It's doing pretty good.
It's doing, yeah. Like, a lot of people thought it was just gonna be like a Bible allegory where they do like the 10 Commandments, the 10 seasons, and then they were like, "You still want to watch this show?
Ching, ching, ching.
Oh, look, God just showed up. Oh, now God's dead. Now alternate universes. Now, what if angels and people fucked?
All
Search
right.
for more
Like,
money.
yeah, like they just keep
And here's Super God, and here's Evil God.
like 100%. Yeah, dude.
Look, God's back, but he has amnesia. He doesn't know he's God.
Oh, wait, that's Dogma.
Yeah, that's
That's
dumb.
Dogma.
Yeah,
Oh,
never
wait.
mind.
Also, yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing that. They did that. Oh, also, listen, if you don't want Supernatural ruin, walk away for like 10 minutes. I'm gonna do this. Well, also, God has a sister.
Oh.
Yeah, that
course.
happened too. Yeah,
Godina.
Godina. I wish I remember her name, so you could be like, yeah, I wish it was Godina now. They fucking Lucifer like gets unlocked out of his cage and he takes over hell and then he loses hell and he takes it back over and then he loses again and they just kill him.
Who's he lose it to?
Just other demons like beneath him in the grand scheme of like
I'm trying to think.
like they just learn more power. I don't know.
All of my knowledge of the Bible comes from the Diablo series of video games.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, there's Baal and Mephisto and
Yeah, that's all the same guy.
oh, okay, they're all the same.
Yeah. You can see the full cast and crew on IMDb.com. All right, so let's start the film. The film opens with words,
wrong words.
Yeah, the wrong words, yeah. 2011.
Yep.
A virus kills 99% of the world's population. A scientist, Trevor Goodchild, develops a cure. 5 million survivors live in Brezhnev, the last city on Earth.
That's wrong.
The Goodchild dynasty rules for 400 years. Rebels emerge to challenge the Goodchild regime. Excuse me. So
99% of the world's population, 5 million people remain. You tell me the whole world's population was only 500 million people in 2011?
that's like half of New York.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a little more than
The
that.
guy writes scripts and movies. He doesn't. He's not a mathematician,
Yeah.
right?
Look, I ain't got time to like go on Wikipedia and type population of world. Who's got time for that? That's crazy.
It took me, I want to say legit, 5 minutes looking up Google going, how do I word what percent of 1% is 5 million? Like, I literally just wanted to see how hard I had to word that to figure it out. And I found a percentage calculator that was literally like, blank is blank percentage of what? And I was like, 5 million is 1%. And they're like, oh, you mean is 1% of 500? Just add the zeros yourself. And I was like, I knew that, and I still feel dumb for looking this up. Like, I still feel really stupid for having to do this. But yeah, that's what they started off. Also, the very next scene, which is they say it's 400 years after 2011, a woman wakes up and catches a fly with her eyelashes and then lets it go.
Yeah.
And then it goes 24:15. That's not 400 years. That's 404 years. So your math's over twice. It's twice your math is off. Way to go, film. Then we get a voiceover telling us everything we just heard.
Yeah.
But also kind of the opposite of everything we just
more
heard.
detailed, so we didn't even need that.
More detail, but some extra detail that conflates and conflicts with the other detail, so
the good child's protect.
The movie opens up with this guy saves the world, and they're all living in, what is it, in this nice last city on Earth.
Yeah.
But then rebels challenge it. So I'm like, oh, fuck these rebels. They're the bad guys.
Yeah.
And then this girl starts explaining it. I'm like, oh, they're not the bad guys.
No, yeah, because apparently people keep seeing ghosts and other people are disappearing and they fight in the name of the disappeared. And
I will say I love, in the beginning, she's doing her opening voiceover.
Yeah.
And it's like, but not everything is as it seems. And as it's like, it's doing B-roll of, like, people walking in the street, and there's these two guys who are just like, "Arr," and, like, fucking stink eye each other.
What was that?
And I'm like, yo, what is your beef with that dude? Like,
No backstories were told, but a lot were happening.
Like-
Like, to be told.
it's like, can you hear her narrating? Not everything is as it seems. What?
Is it him? Is it him? Ah! It must be that guy. Ah! Ah! No? Oh, okay. Sorry. Was it? It's him. It's him. Ah! 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 Ah, good to be home.
Honey, I'm home. Is it you?
Ah! Dinner's on the table. Ah, it's dinner. Ah, it's the dinner. It's a spy. It's a spy steak. So, yeah, she says that then she's one of the mannequins that fights against the disappeared and all that stuff. We see dramatic, futuristic walking, like the sexiest beekeeper outfit in the world.
This is fucking stupid. It's like we're a top secret organization who has to hide by dressing completely differently than everybody else.
Like a sore thumb.
Literally, everybody's wearing like nice white people clothes.
Like business casual.
Yeah. And like she's like full on goth. And I'm like, you just came out of Hot Topic. You stand out so much.
It, like, you know in cartoons, because I don't leave my house and know if this happens for real. You know how in cartoons when like parade floats like get all the shit torn off them and it's just the chicken wire? That's what it looks like she was wearing. Like the chicken
of a
wire,
person.
like a Birdman costume or something, though, because it came over her face and it had like a beak. There was like a beak sticking out. The future! Oh!
It's one of those.
Who's fighting against fashion in the future? That's what I want to know. Where's all the gays in the future? So they walk dramatically, and then these two people meet up, and they kiss, and a pill is passed between their mouth, and she swallows the pill, the lady in the super beekeeper outfit, and she swallows it, and it releases endorphins into her brain, and that triggers, like, some weird, like, mental meeting where they're in some other place mentally, but their bodies are still functioning.
Such a letdown. I'm like, oh, she's about to get some superpowers. She's about to do some crazy mission.
No.
She's in her head. She's just talking to some carrot top lady.
No, it's just like business.
Yeah, just brain time.
It's just a meeting about emails, company emails.
That was very secret too. The two most obvious people in the whole crowd randomly go up to each other, make out, walk away, don't say a word.
Don't say anything yet.
Like, what just happened there?
Oh, kids
Nobody?
these days.
Kids, nobody.
She gets a briefing, and I like how, like, in her brain, she's off in her business conference.
Yeah.
But, like, the rest of her is just walking. Like, what if she came to stairs? Would she just, like, autopilot, like, da-dum, da-dum, da-dum?
How are they snatching people off the streets, but there's people literally walking through drug-fueled craze, and they're fine. They're not going anywhere.
Dressed like the people you would think who walking around in a drug-fueled craze.
Literally, people who got lost at Burning Man are walking around, not paying attention, and soccer moms are getting lifted off the street. Wow, good job, the future. So I just, when this happens, my first thought is, how many times is that lady sitting there waiting for, like, the agent to come, and all of a sudden the guy shows up, I swallowed the pill again. Like, you can't keep buying these pills.
No, oh wait, he can't poop it out. He digests it. he just shows up in the meeting.
Whoops. I did it again. Sorry, handler.
It's like magic mushrooms and deer pee.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that what you
Allegedly,
do?
that's how it works. That's the thing that works. Yeah. That's what the Indians used to do. They used to drink deer pee and get high off the magic mushrooms.
All right.
Or at least that's what white people tell me.
All right. Well, look. If you want your secret mission, I'm just gonna have to pee into your mouth. What do you?
I mean, it's the future. Come on. Everything's recycled. All right, so we go after the mental meeting, which is the handler sends AEon Flux on an assassin mission. We go to a marketplace, and AEon talks to her sister. They argue over fighting for what's right. And I'll see you tonight at dinner. I have a surprise for you.
I'll be dead.
It's a movie, so I immediately go, it's a movie, she's a woman, there's only one secret they can have. She's pregnant. That's the only secret women ever have in movies. No movie has ever been, oh, by the way, I want to talk to you later tonight. I got a surprise for you. What is it? I just bought a car. Thought it'd be funny.
Starting my new business.
Yeah, never. It's always pregnant. Always.
It's what ladies do.
It's the only excitement they have in life.
Make babies.
I did it. I fulfilled my usefulness. Everyone should be proud of me.
I filled the vagina prophecy.
Well, really? I mean, they just started the whole process.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby's not even out yet, and you're...
Yeah, what are you announcing? So we go on the mission, the assassin mission. AEon breaks into a building, and there's a pool of what seems to be memories or past events.
It's a surveillance system.
Is it?
That's what they called it.
Who?
That was in the meeting.
Yeah.
The handler.
Oh, I
She
missed
said,
that.
you got to break into their surveillance system because that's how they're watching us. And
Okay.
if they can't watch us, we can't be seen.
Oh,
We
well, now
have
that you
to be
said
in
that,
secrecy.
it makes sense why she put an egg into a whirlpool and the whole thing blew up.
Well, the egg made the whirlpool
Yeah, it did.
and just disrupted everything.
Well, it's a giant pool with tears falling down into it, and when the tears land, it gives you footage of stuff that happened. And AEon gets there, and at first, like, she's like, oh my god, this is insane. I never thought I'd see something so crazy, but I have the tool exactly for the job.
Yeah.
It's this whirlpool egg. And I'm thinking, okay, well,
It's fine.
you know, maybe this is going to be like a Minority Report thing where there's like,
Yeah.
oh, there's psychics. And no, we don't. It's just a magic pool with tears.
And then when she's in there, she's hanging and looking at all the memories, and you see the moment where her and the sister, and I'm like, oh, she's got to catch that before they're like,
Yeah.
you're part of the resistance, and they catch her.
Yep.
No, they let it drop.
There's a recording over that said there's 3 suspected monastery or whatever they're called suspects, and it's playing the memories, and the third one is that one. And I'm like, stop that. And she's just like, oh well.
I'm sure my sister will be fine when I get home.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, it's a surveillance room, and there's not even, like, a security guard
That's what I'm like, no one's in
reading
that
a
room.
newspaper, ignoring the security
Yeah,
footage.
nothing.
She disrupts it. There's no alarm. She
Yeah.
gets right out. She walks out. She just pulls in the line. It goes up.
Yeah, that's what happens. We go to dinner. And Eon's sister, Una, answers the door and gets shot in the face.
Oh.
Later, Eon arrives, and her sister is being taken away dead. And we hear that Goodchild
That's a
ordered the hit.
That's a great scene because she's walking up to the apartment, and some guy is in a full sprint running away from the apartment.
Yeah.
But the paramedics are already bringing the body out, so everyone's already known what's going on. I don't know why he's running.
Yeah.
He's late for the bus.
He's
Unrelated. Unrelated.
He's just in a full sprint for no reason.
I'm not trying to freak you out. I'm just late for the bus.
Other things are going on in this universe. Stop being so self-centered. So, yeah, it turns out Goodchild ordered her to die because she was a Monacan, and we get a voiceover that says, I had a family once. I had a life. And then later and elsewhere, Eon wakes up and does a bunch of future stuff, and I go, was that all a backflash or like a flashback or? You're right, Delta. Backflash, is that what it's called?
It's backflash.
It's a backflash. That's what it's doing. It's going backwards and it's flashing. What would you call it?
I don't know. Maybe I'd like change the order of the words or something.
like a reverse wibbly? The screen goes all wibbly and then it goes in reverse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're just in another place at another time. I don't know when or where or whatever.
Another time, another place.
Eon
Other
does-
stuff happens.
Eon does future stuff like turning clean water into motor oil.
Yeah, whatever that was.
Whatever it
She
was.
doesn't drink it or anything. She
No.
just pours it and then leaves it there.
Oh, good. I still have the ability to kill stuff. Okay, good. She takes a mind meeting because, you know, that's a thing now.
Why did she have to go to a public place and make out with a guy to get a pill to go into a mind meeting if she could just wake up in her apartment and go on her phone?
Because women are real easy to trick, apparently. Really? None of those other mind meetings I needed to meet up with you and make out in public. Yeah, but this one you did.
Yeah, this is the one. Also, later on, anytime you want a mind meeting, just press that thing on your back.
Yeah. You know the thing you have implanted? Like, scratch it, like, just enough so it starts to bleed a little bit.
Yeah.
Make weird faces.
Yeah.
That won't be suspicious to everybody.
Bed bugs. It's the future. Of course we still have those. So yeah, after the mind meeting, she gets told, this is it. You get to kill Trevor Goodchild. And I was like, oh, fucking... I feel like there's no backstory.
Yeah.
Then a flower comes out of Handler's mouth, and she blows pollen all over the room.
Goes all over her face.
She
all
then
over her eyes.
explains some normal things about the future, like in order to get to the government zone, you have to go through the Frontier Garden and then travel through the Citadel, which of course is an underground maze. So here's a tattoo map. Good luck.
You gotta follow this map. And you gotta make sure you follow the right route, which is the only route that goes all the way
Yeah,
through.
I know we said it looks like a maze, but it's not. Like,
Yeah.
It's really not.
I mean, like there's 5 hallways, but if you just look down them,
Yeah, you just
there's
don't.
only one that keeps going. Just take that one. But if you get confused, look at your skin map and tap it, and it'll oh yeah, that one hallway that
One
goes.
hallway
I'll
to
take
the
the
end.
hallway and not the dead
There you
end.
go.
Duh.
So, later and elsewhere.
Again.
This movie never tells you where or when you are.
The future.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
always
in the future.
It's in the one fucking town. It's the last city on Earth.
Sithandra, who is another Monacan that Eon demanded join her on this mission, shows up with new modifications. Hands instead of feet.
Yeah. 400 years of medical technology, and we get hands instead of feet.
Hand feet.
Look, I know that, like, historically, we've been evolving from lowland apes up to humans, and as a result, we gained, physical erection.
Yeah.
We stood upright, our feet molded to the perfect way for us to run.
Yeah.
And no, that's apparently we got sick 400 years ago, so flush the whole system.
Get rid of it all.
What's the fastest land animal in history? Flatland gorillas. Of course. Duh.
A person running, doing a handstand.
Yes. Legs were a mistake. I'm saying it. Lieutenant Dan was ahead of the curve.
He was just missing the extra hands part.
Also the curve. So let's go. Mission start now. Go. And they run through the frontier garden and they avoid shooting fruit trees and sharp grass, and that's the whole garden.
Well, you say they avoid them, but what seems to be a theme in this movie is Aeon is always just like, yeah, doing it. Oh, and whoever she's with is just constantly getting shot or injured. Plus, the shooting fruit, it's like shooting darts.
Yeah.
That they establish is full of some kind of liquid.
They put a full-on zoom on it.
Yeah, some red liquid that injects upon being shot. Like, whatever it hits, ejects it immediately. Boom.
I would think, I don't know, poison?
Something.
Right? Except
Numbness.
Siddhartha.
Sithandra.
Sithandra.
She don't live here no more.
She gets shot by like 6 of them, like in her spine, and she's just like, I'm okay, let's keep going.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she's okay.
No problem.
She didn't even have gloves on.
That was the weirdest part to me.
Oh, so dirty.
Why wouldn't you at least wear gloves?
Right? Like, you tell me you can't, like, put on some heavy-duty work gloves or something?
Like, what are those? Don't they have gloves with, like, carbonate in it? Like, or those, like, skater gloves or something?
Just put on, like, lifting gloves, gym gloves, something that's, like, a little bit of padding.
She is dumb. So, whatever. They pass the garden. They split up. Aeon goes inside the citadel and taps her wrist for that vein, and the fucking map pops out. And then she just uses her ring to start dispensing chips as she walks down the hall. Like, I was like, why is she littering? Like, there's no
crumbs. I didn't.
It didn't make any sense to me. It makes sense later, but we go to the council, like the government, and the leaders argue and mildly threaten each other. Trevor and Oren, who are the good children, whatever, talk about test results and Oren's attitude and if things need to change. We go back to Aeon, and she takes a guard's GPS navigator earpiece, which leads her to the destinations via real-time directions. Literally, she's just like, beep, boop, beep. I want to go to the Citadel. Turn left.
She had the
Turn
map.
right. Well, apparently it just didn't work because she got to a dead end. Even though the map it got to a dead end. Like, apparently that was part of the map.
Get to the dead end and then figure it out.
And then figure it out. Yeah, that's all we're giving you. Oh. So Aeon goes to her destination. She goes to kill Trevor, but then she hesitates because he's like, oh, Catherine. And she's like, why? Why? And then someone whacks from behind.
The easy way.
In prison, Aeon wakes up and is met by Trevor behind a disappearing wall. Because in the future, it's okay to just put people in a solid concrete box. Like, there's no, like, mental health worries about it. He won't say why he called her by another name, but he lets her live. Later, there's water that they give her, and it has something in it, because she uses her weird, like, trick eye that rolls in the back of her head.
Eye?
Sure.
She's implants,
Yeah.
modifications,
I guess.
upgrades. Who
Sure.
knows? Is she a cyborg? Does she have training?
I don't know.
I don't know. Nothing. I have nothing.
She saves the water for later in her shoe.
Just in case. Wasn't there like 2 black balls there for like food too? She didn't think.
I don't know what those
They
were.
Maybe that's like a 3 seashells thing. Maybe that's something for her to go to the bathroom. I don't know.
It's how she poops? Okay. She's like a really, really big rabbit. She just poop, boom, giant round.
That's not her stool.
You put this little pellet up your butt and it absorbs the poop.
Yeah.
Okay. Aeon whistles through the pipes, and the chips that she threw out turn into sentient ball bearings, which rolled towards her prison, I guess, and just blows the wall up.
Right
and then-
past everyone. People actually see it.
Yeah.
And it goes
Everyone
all the
goes,
way to the wall, and no
"Well,
one's there to stop
Even
it.
in the future, I do not get paid enough for this shit.
Oh, Kev, we don't slip on that.
Yeah.
Even in the future, people looking for the worker comp claims.
work-
Like,
oh,
oh,
worker
I
comp."
slipped on the ball bearings.
I saw some sentient ball bearings this morning. That is emotional duress. I will be out of work for 9 months. Thank you. So later, members of the council are walking and complaining about Trevor to Oren, and Oren's like, "Stop it." Later, Oren reveals that he set up the hit on his brother's life by the Monnikins.
I don't believe it.
And then Oren notices Eon's face. Oh.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's the face.
It's the face. In the jungle.
The mighty jungle.
But not the jungle outside of the wall. A different jungle
No, the
inside the
the
wall.
inside
right?
jungle.
Yeah.
That's what I. Okay,
It's
I
the
couldn't
inside
follow
jungle,
that.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if that's what was happening.
Eon talks to Claudius, who was the boyfriend of her sister, Una. Una's boyfriend. Sorry, I just said that. He says that Trevor is trying to fix the dreams that keep happening to us, and he's also trying to understand what grows outside the walls. And the water in her shoe is a message. Drink it to read it.
Well, duh.
Oh, well, obviously.
I mean, come on.
Of course.
Later and elsewhere, she drinks it. The message is Trevor saying, "Why did you not kill me? Let's talk about that."
By the way, this is gonna hurt a lot.
Oh yeah, also this thing is gonna hurt the whole time.
I'm gonna talk real slow. I'm gonna repeat a lot of things.
Women in this movie are so easy to trick. they'll just eat or drink anything.
This whole movie is just a roofie dream.
Yeah.
This is just, she drank the water and it was like, but what happened if I wasn't getting raped? Maybe I'd be a superhero. And then we all cry inside because
And then every time she wakes up in the bed.
What is this? What is this? A date rape joke? No, it's a cell phone. Drink it.
It's a secret message.
yeah,
If you want to know what it is, you gotta drink
you
it.
gotta drink it, yeah. So she runs to Trevor's place. I feel like she probably should have just went to his house like day one.
Yeah.
She just runs to his house.
She runs everywhere.
They talk about her trying to kill him, and then they kiss about it, and then they talk about it, and then they
hated
talk
this
about
scene
how
so
they
much.
like. I definitely know you from somewhere, but no, because I know you from when you and me, and we all know from something somewhere.
I can't help myself.
I don't know what it is. Later, Eon wakes up from a sex coma.
I yelled out loud in this scene. I yelled.
Trevor touches her on the shoulder, so she chokes him to death while having an entire life flashback.
To death! He passed out.
So she fucks him and then kills him. So this whole movie is just like a metaphor for praying mantises or
I
something.
thought
like,
it was a plan. I thought it was a plan.
right? Like
thought it was a plan.
I didn't know. Like I was so confused.
I was convinced.
But then afterwards, she's like, oh, okay, oh well,
That's what I was supposed to do.
Job well done.
yeah.
Where's my clothes?
Let's see. Now I'm going to. I know. You know how when you're passionately making out with somebody and in a fit of just pure lust, you rip your jewelry off and throw it across the room? Yeah, I'll go pick up my ring on the floor over there, of course.
Does she pick it up?
She goes to pick it up, and it's apparently a key because it opens up the floor. Like,
Or that's how it opens up and it just fell down? It was convenient?
I don't know what it was,
So,
but the floor opens up.
it's a secret passage in his room.
Yes. She goes down the spiral staircase into a library, which contains a bunch of things, including a portal device.
To his secret
laboratory.
So it was a secret passageway to his secret
Library. Which took you through a portal into his secret laboratory.
Which the only way you can get onto it is you have to wear, like, you know those security devices in the stores that they put on, like,
Those-
laptops
those
and
spi-
stuff?
those spider wraps?
Spider wrap,
You gotta put one of them on and then press the center.
Yeah, well, no, you don't put one on. It puts on itself
Well,
on you.
it's
like,
a little
like,
rapey.
Straps
Yeah.
on. Facehugger style.
Again, you can get women.
She was
to
fine.
believe
She left it.
Anything.
Look, it's a new fashion.
She looked at it. She's like, all right, I look good. I'm fine with this.
So yeah, I presume the lab is in another place and not like some sort of weird perception filter where it's in the same place.
It's in a pocket dimension,
right?
In the same place.
But the pocket dimension is just in the sewers. Like it's like 4 floors down.
Under his room.
Yeah. It's like it's his room. Then underneath that, there's a library, and then underneath that library is a lab, but you have to take a portal to it.
Yeah. There's no door, ladder.
No. Or you have to go
Sledgehammer.
outside and just take the sewers too, because there's also that.
You got to dig to it.
Well, you can't dig in the future.
You got to use the portal or the back door.
So in the laboratory, Eon finds a picture of Atlantis Morissette and decides to keep it. Because there's no fucking way that was her.
Terrible photography they
Dude,
had.
I looked at that, I was like, that's definitely Atlantis Morissette from like 1998. Why is that photo there? And she keeps it. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get a stern talking to. Like, oh, you can't just get over her, all right? You're not Dave Coulier.
Oh.
Digging for those.
So Eon goes back to the library, and Trevor's bodyguard is there. Gunfight, fist fight, portal fight, back this way, back that way. Escape the library.
That fight was confusing. Well, it started off with shooting, and then they went through the portal, and she stabbed her on the Bunsen burner things.
Yeah.
And the gas pipes.
gas, yeah.
And she was like, oh! I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
And then she
No,
just
we'll keep
got on.
fighting.
Yeah, she got right on top of her like nothing happened. I'm like, what? She's invincible?
So yeah, there's 2 things I know about this film. Either one, Una Flux is fucking garbage, and everybody in this universe is invincible.
Yeah.
Or that bodyguard's definitely also a mannequin. Because those are the only people that seem to have superpowers in that sense.
Or something. Modifications
She,
or
like,
who
there's
knows,
whatever the illegal. She has illegal modifications.
And can survive being stabbed
Like,
in the spine.
Definitely. There's definitely some shit going on.
something.
Hypocrites. We go back to the council. Oh, sorry. Eon escapes, and later, Triffer's alive. He's
Oh.
just fine. They're like, no damage, you're okay.
Yeah, all right. Well, that was good.
And I was like, all right.
Not a very good assassin.
Yeah, seriously. So we go to the council, and Oren claims that Trevor letting the mannequin live means that it's treason. And everyone's like, yeah, good enough for us. You're the new leader.
Well, because they were looking at the memories too, and they were like, "Look, they were banging. They apparently
Oh, yeah.
all had a meeting where they watched them do it, and then it was right at the end when they were cutting. They're like, "Yeah, this is treason." It's like, wow, you had to watch that whole thing.
Okay,
Whoa.
did everybody finish? Everybody's done?
Yeah.
Everybody's done? Okay, so
got it.
treason, right? Treason, guys? Guys, treason? Okay. Round 2.
Oh, the boss's sex tape comes out, and we're just not gonna watch it.
Come on. Right?
And we should do it. I mean, just to know for the security of the nation, right, guys?
How did they have security footage of that? Was it her first mission?
Mm-hmm.
To destroy the whole. I guess all the memories are like water droplets, and she just flushed it, and then they just started building back up again.
Yeah.
Like it's just she just flushed it.
Wiped out the database.
Yeah,
but
and they
didn't
were like,
destroy the
Well,
system.
the database is still there. We'll
Like,
just
because
start doing
the
it.
clouds look like they distributed them and they blew up when it happened, but I don't know enough about.
But where did the
to-
clouds come from? It's the water cycle.
Whoa! Oh,
So
do
you-
you know this now?
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
no.
Sit back.
So
Get a pen and paper.
them clouds, they came from condensation,
Mm-hmm.
which was caused by evaporation.
Ooh.
And then after they condensated, then they precipitated. So you have to figure out a way to interrupt that water cycle. I think the mountains. You have to put mountains in between.
Ain't no mountains in the future. And that's why we have liquid memory.
Wow.
All right, so yeah, Oren is now the leader. I'm laughing. I'm like, dude, there's no way. First off, there's no way I could take a society seriously when its president's name is Trevor. Because I feel like this story was made by a 13-year-old girl. And then you have the new leader, Oren. And I'm like, oh, what Amish oligarchy are we living in? Where everybody has to share corn for dinner, but Father Oren's like, he's got a pinball machine and a jukebox in his secret chambers.
How beeth going things, brother Oren?
You know, a ringing and a chinging. I mean, slow as the land. He's quick-witted. That's why he's the leader. He's a quick thinker, that guy.
Yes, with such witty remarks as a ring and a chicken.
Yeah, you know, like us Amish folk do. I believe, as they say, that's how we roll. Yes. Okay, so later and elsewhere, never. Eon listens to recordings from Trevor's lab. Sithandra arrives and asks why the job isn't done. Eon says that shit has changed, and Trevor might be an okay dude. But Sithandra's like, no, we have a mission. Finish it or I'll finish you. And they fight. And Eon wins, and she hogties Sithandra.
This was my favorite part about what they did for her modification, because they gave her hands for feet.
Yep.
But she jumps up on whatever that structure was above her.
Yeah.
And she was walking across it with handstands, not even using...
Not the feet stand.
Not her leg feet, her arm feet.
Really?
Yeah, because you could see,
Yeah.
I went back and looked at her head is there the entire time between her arms.
Well, that's silly.
They
I was
gave her
like, that was
hand...
pointless.
They gave her hand feet and then immediately went, oh, we're not paying for that CGI. No. Good Lord, no.
Well, I do love that right away when they way back when they first introduced the hand feet, they're like, now watch as we run across this field, but we're only shot ankle up.
Yeah.
I want to see those.
I love when she's like, so how the hand modification's working out for you. And she grabs the gun off the floor with her foot hand and throws it up to her hand, and grabs another thing with her foot hand and throws it up to her hand. I'm like, I could do that with my feet. Like, what do you... I don't need a foot hand to do that shit. Like, my fucking big toe is what she did doesn't require anything more than a big toe and a little toe. Like, just...
Bend down to pick up that sock? I think not.
Sure, you may be a master assassin, but can you put your underwear in the hamper without using your waist? That's what I thought. So, yeah, hogtie Sithandra, and we go to a tower. / also the blimp. That's a little later. Eon climbs one of the giant towers. I didn't mention this, but throughout the whole movie, there is this gigantic memorial blimp, like just going around, like the Goodyear blimp, just going around the stadium while the whole
With
game.
tentacles?
Yeah, so that's weird. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
To remind us where we came from.
There's a memorial.
I was like, oh, there's something definitely going on in that blimp. As soon as they said that, I was like, nah.
You know,
that doesn't explain anything.
The memorial blimp that hovers over town and fires lasers? Yeah, it's just there. It's a memorial.
You know, every 4 hours it just lets out an ear-piercing scream.
You know, that time it definitely sounded like someone actually screaming from inside the blimp. No, that's just part of the memorial.
Yeah.
What are we remembering?
The before time.
Yeah, they're horrible.
They sound horrible.
Yeah, the horrible time. Were they horrible?
Let's remember by forgetting.
It's just playing the golden oldies.
Those are all the great war songs. You remember those? So, Eon climbs a tower to go to the giant blimp thing. She's like, oh, that's where I gotta go. I don't remember why. I don't remember what triggers her to be like, that's the place I gotta go. There it is. That's the one. Never. I don't know what made her do that.
I got no explanation other than what actually happened, which was she was listening to the tape and she was looking up the blimp and she was like, yep. Yeah. And just went for it.
Yeah. That's the thing of it. That's what it is.
Which then was my favorite part of the whole movie, where it has dramatic music, and she's looking up at the blimp. She takes out her gun. She's like, I got this, Batman style with the grappling hook. Yeah. She's dun-da-da-da-da-da, and she shoots it and goes all the way across, pink, and it just deflects off of it and falls. And the music stops. And she's like, oh, well. I'm like, oh, that's the end of that. That was the best part of the entire movie for me.
I guess I'll just jump.
Yeah.
Jumps. I was like, what the hell? There's no way you're going to make that. Oh, flips midair, jumps again. I go, of course, I've been playing Mario Odyssey this past month and a half.
Yeah.
I know that trick.
Just double jump.
You fucking throw your hat out and then jump off the hat.
Jump.
That's what she did. She threw her hat and jumped off of it.
And then grabbed it with her leg.
Yeah. So she does the double jump, turns it into a triple jump, lands on, well, doesn't land on just gets near the blimp, misses all of the blimp until the very last second, where it kind of just wraps itself around her, and she doesn't die.
I mean, the blimp's really like, I got you. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, fucking. She, like...
Embarrassing
I mean, let's
herself.
be honest. She reached terminal velocity. She died. This is all a death hallucination.
You know, terminal velocity doesn't just kill it. Like,
Yeah, it
you reach a certain speed and then you just die.
Yeah, your brain shuts off. It goes, oh, I'll fucking save you from this shit. Shuts down real quick. So, and inside the blimp, an old man in an Inuit costume welcomes her back. AEon uses the computer to find out his sister was reassigned somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there then.
She's now this other person.
Yeah.
She's
Been
reassigned,
You're
whatever that
reassigned.
means.
Yeah, alright.
New name, new address.
Sithandra is still alive and has a mental meeting to explain everything to the handler and
She's been tied up and left in a lake.
in a lake somewhere. Yeah,
that was great.
But luckily, she like broke
No.
a reed off. And
No,
like,
she gave her the reed. She didn't want to kill her. She wanted to keep her somewhere. So she tied her up and put her just underwater.
Did they say that?
And no, that's what I'm just
It's
assuming.
implied,
And
yeah.
gave her the straw so she couldn't move too much because if she lost that, then she was just gonna die there. So
And
she
I guess
just had
just
to
hope
stay
it
still.
doesn't rain.
Yeah, that too.
Because when it rains, all the rain goes down the straw. Because rain is really accurate. Ain't none of that stormtrooper rain. It's that American Army rain.
Let's be honest. That's
Actually,
probably
it's
pretty
much stormtrooper
yeah.
rain. Yeah.
We miss a lot of terrorists and hit a lot of hospitals.
Yeah. Also, sometimes we just aim for hospitals.
Yeah.
For freedom.
I mean, what are we gonna do? Not aim for hospitals, or aim for hospitals and then go, oops,
That's where you go. Oh, my bad.
oh my bad, dude. United States Army runs on that old prophecy, or not prophecy, but that old motto of it's better to do and ask forgiveness than try to.
Oh, yeah.
whatever that thing is.
Beg for permission.
Yeah, then beg for it's better to do than ask,
Do it and then go, oops.
and then don't ask.
Yeah.
Never. just don't ask. Just do it.
Don't do English.
Don't.
Get 8 hours of drugs.
Here's a gun. Go away.
That old army model. Here's a gun.
Here's a gun.
Don't ask questions. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
That's more accurate, actually.
Here's a gun. Just do it. Sponsored by Nike.
Jeez. And Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Yeah. So, in the blimp, Trevor shows up and he uses the computer to find out what happened to the test subjects in Group 7B. They were all killed by police action sanctioned by Orin.
Oh my! Why would he do that? Why all these people though?
What? We go to a house, the house that Una was said to be at, and it turns out that it's a baby now. It's not her sister. She's
Like
a
a
baby.
month-old baby.
Like a what?
So, this was like 10. I mean,
4 years ago? No, not 4 years
10
ago.
months?
10 weeks?
months.
Is that how much time passes between?
I can only assume.
Because I
they
felt
explain
like
it later.
it was a day between.
Or
Although there was a
Or
lot
like a
of
week.
later and elsewhere.
Yeah, there was a lot
Like
of
a
coma
week.
time, and who
Something
knows
like
how
a
long she
week,
was in
a few
prison
days.
for. Like, I would presume she was in prison for seconds, but it could have been months. Like,
she waited all that time.
and then she was like, "Oh, I can whistle! Oh, they finally gave me water. I can wet my lips, and I can't say that word, but I can do that thing.
wet my whistle.
I can widdly wap wop." So Trevor shows up to the house, and he's like, "Look, I made a cure for the disease, but it made everybody sterile. And
Sterile?
also, while curing the disease, I made clones.
We're all clones.
Casual thing I just did on the back burner. We're clones. We fake a pregnancy, and then we induce a real pregnancy.
Well, no, they induce a chemical pregnancy
Yeah.
through their food, which I don't know how that works.
Well, they're watching them, and they're like, "Oh, these people they're doing it a lot. They're trying to have a baby."
Yeah, but
So
how do you
let's
how
send
do you
them the
induce
food.
a chemical?
How do you fake a what do you do to make a woman trick her body into thinking it's pregnant but not actually get pregnant?
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like,
Because
that's
they have to
the
do
female
that.
body can do that on its own, though.
on TV shows if the plot's relevant. Yeah.
Jesus
I've
Christ.
never seen that shit in real life. I don't really fucking know.
So, yeah, you trick the woman into being pregnant, and then when she comes in, you just bloop, slip the baby in there.
The clone baby.
That's
Yeah.
what they do. I don't understand how, or like, I definitely don't understand how sterility works. If you could have a fake pregnancy, but then like,
Yeah, I don't, because my understanding of clone technology is you still need, like, you take the clone DNA and, like, you still have to inject it into a real human embryo and then put it inside the person.
You know what this means? It's just the men.
Oh, everybody's shooting blanks.
It's just the men.
Yeah,
Because
of
if it was,
course.
because why
Yeah.
would they make such a big deal
but
about
then not all the men, because
it? No, just the goodwill.
just
Just
him
them.
is
Just
they've
the-
literally never asked anyone else.
So for 400 years, he's been cloning himself, and no one's been like, this guy's been charged. He's looked the same.
Well, because
throughout the-
I guess nobody's been around long
Yeah,
enough to remember.
They all die, and then their clones come back.
It's-
No,
And
because-
nobody looks at a history book. Nobody
fishy.
goes...
There's
I-
too
it's
many
so-
plot holes.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
Because
to
even
me.
when he's in his office, he has pictures of like all the past Goodwills, and I'm like, they all kind of look the same.
Yeah. I just don't understand the whole,
child,
well,
whatever.
you clone it and then the memories come.
Yeah,
No, I
that's-
don't believe that. I don't think
That's
the
not.
clone
Yeah.
will include the
No.
memories, right? That doesn't, because you're still growing a baby from scratch.
Yeah.
Baby just doesn't come with, oh, I remember that. Yeah, from back.
Yeah, it's like what?
And really, they're like, well, that was us 400. I mean, not really. The same DNA, but, you should still be having an existential crisis, because...
Is it this? Is probably not the same DNA either, because it's cloning. So like the original would break down over
Well,
time.
yeah.
And
like,
they put it in another woman, so wouldn't you get something from her?
I don't know how that
From
works.
Yeah, like no, because I think that
Yeah.
would be the creation of the embryo before the birthing
Okay,
process.
yeah, I
Yeah, that's
guess.
yeah. But like,
It ain't you. It's just another person with all your shit.
yeah,
To me, this is the same sort of existential crisis you get when people teleport in Star Trek. Right? When they go in the transporter. The transporter isn't like zipping you from one place to another. It is destroying you.
Yeah,
And then just
recreating it,
building another
yeah.
copy of you somewhere else.
Yikes. I don't like that.
yeah. Well,
No, who does like that? Because really, you go, oh my god, this is horrible, ah! And you get disintegrated, and then another you wakes up and goes, ah, well, that felt fine.
and who's to say what you've lost in the process,
Yikes.
Like your soul.
or like where you
sterility.
left your keys?
Yeah.
Like, what if that's not on the forefront of your mind? It just gets lost. You know what I mean?
that little molecule of memory just bloop, floats off. Somebody else remembers where your keys are now.
That's it. Good news is we perfected cloning. Bad news is we all have to write stuff down forever and ever, because we'll never remember stuff.
Also, Professor Moriarty came alive on the holodeck again.
What? Why do we keep cloning him? Like, I don't understand why don't we just stop doing that?
Because we don't write it down.
He tricked us.
But if he's not alive, how can he trick us?
Well, we programmed the computer to make him smart, so he could trick us.
So,
We wanted a good Sherlock Holmes story.
apparently, what breaks down in the clothing process is our naivete. We'll just believe anything now. So, what are we finding out? Yeah, induce a fake thing, put a clone baby in you. Oren killed Una because it turned out that she was naturally pregnant. What?
So then it's not the guys.
It's not all the guys. It's just like Skylar said. It's just fucking Trevor and Oren.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just them. In the jungle, the inside jungle, Oren has Claudius shot.
That was Ula's boy toy.
Sure, whatever. Well, I don't know about boy toy. I got pregnant. I think it was pretty
yeah.
serious.
Do you think he knew she was pregnant?
I mean, dude, I think it would be a little fucked up to tell your sister before you tell the fucking guy whose kid it is. A little bit.
A little bit.
Unless you had to tell your sister first because you were like, oh, and I'm definitely going to fucking abort it. I don't know how to tell him. Like, you know, like...
Well, that could have been the dinner. She was going to tell both of them.
Oh.
I'm telling you, I'm pregnant.
No, that's a private... You got to tell me first. That's how I feel. You got to tell me first. I'd be like, yo, so, like... Second this kid is existence, you're letting me know that it is not about me. It is about you and that kid. I am as equal as your sister in this relationship right now, huh? That's what you're telling me? That's how I am. You prioritize me with the aunt. That's where I am. Father, aunt, same level.
Yeah.
Thanks. So that's at Time Commander if you want to have a kid with me. I think it would be a great decision and wouldn't backfire at all. You wouldn't cry ever. So we go back to the house where the baby and all that stuff is in. And
Which, the whole time, the parents are just in the other room.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't hurt our baby! And like, shouldn't you be like peeking in? Like, oh, you killing it? No? Just joking.
They're mad woman busted into their house going, where is she? Show me. Like, we don't know what you're talking about. I'm just going to go fire. And they go, and it's the baby. And she's just in the room alone with the baby. And they're like, oh, what's happening? And then another person comes in. They're like, oh, okay, go ahead.
Not another person. That's Good Child. That's
Oh,
the
that-
leader.
So a mad woman breaks in your house.
And then the president.
And then she goes, don't hurt my child. And he goes, don't worry, everything's going to be fine. So, by the way, I've been cloning everyone for the past 3 years. I'm like, well, now they know everything, this family.
This baby here is a monstrosity that I created in a lab.
Wait, that's not my child? Like, right away, he should be like,
No. We were talking about this baby.
I like to think that maybe there's a slight chance that, like, the husband is a journalist and he's like, oh my God! What? Bro, my career! Yes!
Honey, you were not writing that about our child.
I don't got what child? I'm a trillionaire. Got the best story in the world. So, the police arrive. A firefight ensues.
Well,
First, they
thank
throw a grenade in.
a sound grenade.
Yeah, a sonic like It definitely would have liquefied the baby.
And it obviously would have followed them, which is why they couldn't leave the room.
Yeah. You, parents, take the baby and run. We'll stand here, make sure the grenade doesn't chase you.
So, yeah, they run away. Everyone,
Sorry.
What?
So the husband and wife with the family get away before the assassin can.
Yeah.
With a child.
Yeah, they had a child too. After killing a bunch of soldiers, she picks up a piece of bare glass and cuts her hands by using it as a shiv. I mean, she successfully kills a couple of people, but then she just
Which I laugh again because like there's a firefight. She's doing all these cartwheels and flips, and like shooting guys right in the one little weak spot.
Sure.
And then
right in the Cyclops visor. Like,
yeah, they had like old
Yeah.
school, like what was that, like medieval armor helmets. And they just had that one
but
little people-
future medieval armor. Like it's all bicarbonate poly and
because they put the glass there now.
Yeah.
they
Just
didn't
that
leave
one
it
little
open.
slit of glass. Nobody's gonna be able to hit that, right? And Trevor is just like, all right, I'll run alongside you, Aeon. Blah! Shot.
Shot in the ass and back.
Yeah.
They escape into the subways, and the soldiers shoot up the subways.
Everyone.
Which I love because they get into the subway and just like sit down in the seats like it's no big deal. Soldiers come and start shooting, and then after everybody's dead, she's like, get down! Like, literally, I think most of that subway car is just dead. Like, there's one guy I was like, oh, he's alive. And I was like, oh, no, he's just slumped over the chair.
I love it that the whole car is, there's blood everywhere, and afterwards she's like, oh my God, oh, my hand, oh, it's bleeding, let me wrap it up real quick. Trevor, get up, Trevor. What? You were shot 19 times? Let's run in the subway, come on. Don't be a baby. Run.
I don't mean to. Look at my hand. Let's go.
Gee willikers. My hand. Now I only have 3 more because I got the feed implants.
She talked me into it.
Oh, bitch. It's an MLM. I knew it. Like a multi-level marketing scheme. She's trying to get hand. If I get 2 hands from her, then she gets another hand, and then the guy above her gets 4 hands.
Every hand she sells, she gets an extra finger.
Oh, she's going for that 3rd boob.
Yeah, that's what it is. Everybody at the top level, they just get a bunch of hands. And they freeze dry and make wishes on them. They don't understand any of it. They just do it for fun. They really don't get it. Although, they're not having fun. It's a business. It's really tough. So Eon and Trevor escape to the tunnel. Guess what? Later and elsewhere! Eon and Trevor hide in a well-lit sewer grate. They literally run out of the darkness and go, oh, let's hide right here in this light. I was like, okay, sure. Eon removes the bullets from Trevor and then uses her own skin as like weird bandages that like boil over and like
it solderizes it.
Yeah, it cauterizes it. Yeah,
which she couldn't use on her hand.
No, she could not use her own skin on her own skin, but she could use it on some motherfucking dude. Like whatever.
That's safe, sterile.
Well, they already had sex,
and they're all sterile anyway.
Oh yeah. Well, Trevor is.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just him. So we go to somewhere else at some other time, at some other place. And we're in just some tower. Like, I don't know what it is. It's a tower of some sort. And Trevor convinces young cadets to join him instead of Oren. We never see them again.
No.
So I don't know what he convinced them of, really.
He got guns from them. That was it. We said, we need weapons. Thanks. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Which was the worst. But he's like, we're supposed to kill you on sight. He's like, yeah, but that government's a lie. So no one's in charge of you. So what are you going to do? And they were like,
yo, I'm going home.
Yeah, seriously, I thought that's what was gonna happen. They were like, "No, we need to be like under someone. You're in charge." They just called him chairman. I was like, "Wow, this is stormtroopers, man."
The whole future is just sniffling cowards. Like, no, somebody's got to be in control of me, dude. I can't think for myself.
He brainwashed him so fast. I was like, "Damn, that's how this guy became in charge so fast." Control that whole room.
Yeah, but these they've been breeding. They've been cloning these people. They can just add in, like, make them extra obedient. Because, like, man, those soldiers do a lot of dying. And I'm just saying, if I was just, like, if you hired me as a bodyguard for the government, like, don't ever use this if I ever apply for Secret Service or nothing. I'm just saying, like, if gunfire breaks out, I'm just gonna go, and fall down. Like, I'll wait. And, like, just get out after everyone.
I'm dead.
Like,
why would they just go around shooting bodies?
Yeah, call me a coward, but, like, I don't want to die for your shit. Like,
I call you a survivalist.
Like, I don't know how you define cowardice, but I will run away in every situation, regardless of the danger.
I just say, like, when my squad starts getting shot and die, like, I'm just gonna, like, fall over. And, like, just like, all right, you lay on top of me.
Honey, could you come take out the garbage? Ah, I'm dead. I've been shot. My whole platoon's gone. I'll just wait it out.
Just possum everything.
Yeah.
Sir, you've been charged with a hit and run. How do you plead? I've been hit. My whole squad's dead. That's it. I can't be charged. I'm dead. Are they gone? Are they no? All right, so we go back to Sithandra, and she's saved by the other Monarchans. Yay!
Yes, that's my.
Forgot she was alive. Like, I forgot she was still in the room.
Yeah, because she had this, like, mental images she had to send to her new squad to come and get her.
Yeah, like, this is all
that
I
was
can
my
see.
That was my favorite. They're like, do you guys got that? And it was like, the gardener, the seamstress, the cook. And they're like, we're coming. And I'm like, oh, man. They're going to come at them with some, like, some hedges. and some, like
the meat
mallet.
mallet. Yeah, the meat mallet. Like, I'm going to tenderize it.
I really thought this was going to happen. The gardener, the cook.
I'm gonna hose you.
It didn't happen. They had guns.
Yeah. So in the tunnels, the subway tunnels, Eon asks Trevor about that picture of Alanis Morissette in his lab.
Hey, did you didn't take that, did you? 'Cause, I mean, I'm not saying I was using it.
but it wasn't
need it back.
useless.
Yeah.
It turns out that was his wife. Also, that's Eon.
That's you.
It's not Alanis Morissette. It's Eon, and that it was his wife at one point.
What? That was a used to be wife, like one of the other hymns.
Yeah.
That he keeps telling himself about.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
By the way, you used to be married. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, alright, look, little me. I was married to her, so, I mean, eventually you are gonna marry her, but not that her.
Not her. Your sister.
Your sister,
Your sister
yeah.
her. Because
Yeah.
it's all the same family.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like, there's no way that works. How do you raise a little you and, like, okay, look, here, I know this is gonna sound a little weird. You are a clone of me, right? So, whatever you do, yeah, don't do that. Just do what I do. Whatever I did and remembered and want, that's you now.
And do they kill him when he gets to a certain age? Or is he, like, in a room by himself at, like, old?
I gotta tell you, all of what you guys are saying right now sounds
wait a
like
minute.
actually how we raise children.
No, but wait a minute. Because they say that they recycle the DNA, which means he doesn't get to raise him.
No, he, like...
They cloned him before he died.
You
'Cause
can't, though.
No,
they
they
showed him, though. They showed him teaching him, so how did that work?
Well,
I get what you're saying, but...
Prematurely cloned him?
Apparently, they just have his DNA on file.
but he told us that they recycle the DNA.
Well, everyone else. He also told everyone they were sterile. He's the good guy, though.
But if he's teaching a kid, when does he have time to science? So is it like, is Grandpa him teaching the kid and then him's doing the president shit?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because he's got a president.
that's how it works, right? You have a kid and you go, I don't want to do this. Grandma, help! And then you dump it on Grandma.
Like, yeah, it's...
And you go, I gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work. Get me another clone.
Yeah.
Send the clone to work. I'll just sit here and play video games all day.
Makes sense. So, what do we have here? In the tunnel, they talk about their feelings.
And then really, it's the two brothers. Like, they don't even take turns being in charge.
No, younger brother's always the younger brother.
That was so upset. I was like every 5th year. You don't have to do it every year.
Yeah.
Just once in a while.
Like, make it a day. Give me a holiday. Like, Orange Day. This is great. Yeah. At Carnival. No.
He could have been like Don Jr. type shit, where you put him in charge and he's like, I just want to eat ice cream. I don't want to do, like, you know? Like, you don't even know. Like,
Ice Cream Wednesday.
Here, free ice cream for everybody. Sorry, we don't have any ice cream. Free ice cream for me.
yeah, well, you know.
And you disappear.
I want it to be you.
Free ice cream for everybody. Sir, we don't have ice cream. So this is how democracy dies. Okay. All right.
I'm done with this.
All right. Well, hey, I mean, dictatorship it is then.
Put him in the clone machine, turn it to ice cream.
Clone him into ice cream.
I've seen enough cartoons. He puts him in the thing, he turns the crank, and he
It's
goes...
always a crank.
Yeah, it's always a crank. And he goes... as he gets ground up, and then you have the cone underneath, and it comes out.
You can turn him into a meat popsicle. Huh?
Well, it's a cloning machine, so he clones him into ice cream.
It's a soft serve clone.
Yeah, it's all served.
Soft clone. All right, so yeah, they talk about, Trevor and Eon talk about their feelings, and I don't have feelings for any of them.
No.
So I feel like a sociopath who's like, oh, but I love, and what about our pet? And I'm like, what? What are you talking about?
This does not compute.
It doesn't. Sithandra and friends said they can track Eon using the pill that she drank. I don't know how or why, whatever. In the tunnel, Trevor's lab is burnt to the ground, and his bodyguard is dead.
Oh.
It was pretty sad.
She actually just died from the wounds earlier. It had nothing to do. They didn't have nothing to do with the fire. She died.
Trevor showed up to burn the lab down. He's like, "What's his body doing here already?" Good. It wasn't you, really? Probably should look into that. Nah, never mind.
What are these giant Bunsen burner holes in her spine?
The guards must have done that. Yes, the guards.
So outside, what?
Just outside.
Outside, yeah, just outside somewhere. I don't
Yeah, because
fucking.
now they're leaving.
All right, it's like in the courtyard and
He
shit.
lost
right?
Yeah.
all his data.
Yeah. Eon says that's I have to destroy it, and
The
Goodyear
blimp.
blimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trevor's like, "Look, I can't just make another cure. Like it's not that easy." And she's like, I think we were meant to die." And Trevor's like, "I don't feel that way." And
Yeah.
Eon gives him a look like, "Oh, you're so naive."
And then they both run off together.
Yeah. Like, well, that was a fun argument. Let's jog for a while. Like,
No, well, I just think the whole race should be extinct. Well, all right. Well, that's one way of looking at the argument.
They're already back together. I feel differently. Well, we're doing this anyway.
We need a solution to this end of the human race problem. Let's not solve the problem. Oh boy.
let's accelerate it.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Orin and police surround them. Actually, Orin shows up, and then like it's a two-step moment.
Yeah.
Orin reveals that other women have been getting pregnant outside of the experiments,
Oh.
and that he's been killing them all, obviously. The mannequins, like the assassins, they get into sniper position on towers,
Conveniently placed around the courtyard.
like in like equal, like ones. Oh my god, this movie is
they're-
so just like
quadrangulated around the...
yeah. This whole movie is just a long string of course that happened. Of course that's how it happened.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, look, the towers even say sniper tower
It says
going up
right
and down
there.
the side.
Don't look here.
Quick question. What on earth is that tower for?
Snipers.
Nothing, but it has a platform on top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's literally it. Just also to jump off of.
Yeah. Did you notice that the that platform over the top of towers, it has like a little rifle mount? That's supposed to be? All right.
So the mannequins, get into Orin revealed that he also lied about Catherine dying because the flashback was like, "Oh, there's nothing we could do. That's it. She's dying, and her DNA is broken. We can't clone her." But then he ordered to have the DNA destroyed. Oh, you evil mofo!
Son of a bitch.
Sithandra and Eon talk via mind meeting because Eon notices the reflection of the sniper rifle,
Yeah.
and then she flicks the little thing on her back, and they have like a mind meeting.
Surrounded completely by guards, and she's sitting there just getting them bed bugs.
Lousy bed bug.
She sees it through the scope, and she's like, "What is she making those faces about?" And she sees her hand around her back. She's like, "Oh."
See, it's the faces. You gotta make that signal.
And I guess none of the guards have ever seen this technology. No one's probably, oh, is she calling for help? Ah, bed bugs. Bed bugs.
Oh, lousy, dirty mannequins, all
Dirty mind.
full of bugs and just itchy, just
Oh, it's
scratching.
making me itchy now.
It's contagious. Oh,
Yeah, I feel skeeved out. I'm gonna go. You guys get shot. I'm gonna hide.
Bed bugs.
bed bugs. Eon convinces Sithandra to join her side, and she does.
Yeah, that was easy.
That's pretty easy, yeah.
Help me. Okay.
Okay. There's a firefight, and Sithandra shoots Orin in the back. Did you guys notice the Wilhelm scream?
Yeah.
Yes, I heard it. I marked for it.
I was like,
Did you notice, like, there's 4 mannequins.
Yeah.
And 112 guards.
dude.
And, like, the shooting starts, and, like, the guards are like, bang, 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 bang. Just, like, shooting.
Where are they?
Yeah,
I don't know.
We're being sniped. It's a big open field. Where could they possibly be?
I thought it was really weird that the cops,
Mm.
they can't hit Eon, the assassin, or the normal president guy for shit.
No.
They're like 20 feet away from him. They can't hit them for fuck. But like 10 seconds later, they can snipe the mannequins between the
Yeah.
eyes with shotguns and grenade launchers. Because Orin picks up a grenade launcher, goes, tunk, it flies 137,000 miles in the air.
With a gunshot wound.
Pinpoint, yeah, also he has a gunshot wound. Picks up the two-handed thing to, like, I know there's a suspension of disbelief in movies.
Come on.
But science isn't a belief. It's
400 years of strength.
Yeah, but it's not. It's clone.
So
He keeps his memories. He keeps the muscle memory.
The muscle memory, yeah. Every time I lift weight, my muscles remember all the times I've lifted weight, and it's like I lift like 1,000 weights at once.
I can't lift these 40 pounds. Oh wait, I remember I can lift more than this. That's right. I can lift these no problem.
The key to lifting more weight is remembering that you can lift more weight. That's the secret.
Thank goodness for that.
Muscle memory.
Superman, it all came. I remember that time I lifted that heavy thing. Yeah, there was a time I lifted a heavier thing. That's right.
Super memory. That's all he had. Super memory.
That's all it was.
So, Aeon shoots Orin just before he shoots Trevor.
It was very dramatic.
Just,
I thought he died. But...
yeah.
So they had the big shootout, and I think one of those mannequins looked kind of like Fred Armisen. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when it did the quick cut and he got shot, and I was like, oh shit, Fred Armisen just died. Like,
yeah! Oh, wait, no, it's not a movie. It's just a film. We can dream. So, he shoots Trevor. Orin's dead.
Yeah.
Outside of this little courtyard, the council shows up and joins Trevor because they're not anarchists, and there have to be rules.
Well, you won, and I don't want to get executed, so I guess it's you.
Stormtroopers. It's so bad.
Oh man.
And all the guards who did what I would do go, it's
Time to
done.
get up.
It's over.
Okay, good.
Who's in charge?
Which, given the government, was probably all of them.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's a point where Aeon is just like, she has two guns, she's just like spinning in a circle.
There's no way she hit anyone.
If I see someone doing that, I'm definitely just.
Why do you think no one can shoot those snipers? They heard sniper rifles and they're like, oh, lay down! Lay down!
There's one shot, 50 guns go down.
Oh, man.
It's one of those magic JFK bullets, like, bang!
JFK wasn't shot. He was just a coward. That's what it all was. He was just fucking riding through Dallas. All of a sudden, he just went, oh, my whole squad!
He's just a good actor, the way he made his head explode like
His
that.
wife was fucking convinced the way she climbed over that car, dude. Holy shit. She was like, his squad, no! Fleed for her life. God damn.
I was tired of being president anyway.
I'm almost positive I heard Trump was trying to get some sort of parade in Dallas going on. He was so sick of his job.
Motherfuckers looking for the excuse to go,
Just do it in your bed like we believe it.
Yeah. Oh, a cheeseburger got him? Yeah, I buy that.
Sure.
Elvis style.
Didn't even eat it. Tried to lift it. Yeah, no, that's probably right.
No muscle memory.
Doesn't remember all the cheeseburgers he's lifted. He put too much of his back into it.
Yeah, I know people could die of Alzheimer's. I understand why now.
That was why George W. Bush became president. He thought he could pull the old, my squad, but he's a cheerleader, so they're like, your squad is a cheer squad. It's not getting shot at. My squad's all dead. Me too. What are you're holding pom-poms, bro. Get up.
Your routine's not finished yet.
No, they're dead. The whole team's gonna lose. We're all dead. I'm laying down, man. All right, so why not? Aeon goes up to the blimp and places some bombs And the old guy in the oven mitt costume tells Aeon that he didn't destroy her DNA because he knew that the world would need her, and he's been waiting 400 years for this moment. And I go, did they keep cloning an old dude? Like, did they just clone an old guy? Or...
Like, he just comes out like Benjamin Button, just an old baby.
But he doesn't baby. He just keeps Benjamin. He's always Benjamin Button. He's just always old.
Some woman just gives birth to a 65-year-old man.
He stays that way.
He just starts out small and just grows taller. So, yeah, he's like, I've been waiting 400 years for this moment. And she's like, okay. Killian blows up the blimp.
Oh, yeah, she just blows that dude up, huh?
Yeah, he was like, it's okay, you can kill me.
He was tired.
I don't know why he was like, it's okay, you can kill me. And I'm like, it's okay, I'll kill it for you. Like, he had no,
Did you
like,
see his
will
skin?
left.
He was done.
That's just called being old.
You know,
like,
that was his real skin, right? That wasn't like CGI or prosthetic. That's a man you're talking
Oh,
about.
man. I feel bad for him. They did like a close-up to his eye.
What?
It looked like that one scene in SpongeBob where they did a detailed version of his eye. And I was like, he just looks like a
Like that
decaying dry sponge.
style realism.
Yeah.
Super, yeah.
Hyper realistic.
I mean, let's see. The man's been working 400 years straight. I don't know. Maybe we could give him a vacation? Oh, no, just blow him up? All right, yeah, whatever. Same thing.
I've been waiting for this day.
I mean, after 400 years, yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, Aeon blows up the blimp, which causes it to crash into the wall, and Aeon safely lands on grass.
Yeah.
I was surprised that the grass wasn't just spiky for no reason. Just to go, fuck you still live in a fucked up future.
I thought she was going to Georgia the Jungle into the wall, because she was just going straight for it, and then she's like, I'll just drop from 600 feet and tumble to safety.
I like all the future people come out and go, ooh, bang! Georgia the Jungle. She's Brendan Fraser. So she lands safely on the grass, and Trevor comes up and they picks her up and they hold their hands and they look into each other's eyes and they see the jungle out in the distance, and and we get a flashback on the streets of what looked like New York City.
2011 New York City.
Like 100%, dude.
Yeah.
And Trevor says, Catherine, will I ever see you again? And she just kind of walks away, and voiceovers about hope. And
Yep.
The day was saved.
Well, now...
Some people can have babies.
Yeah.
Maybe, if you didn't kill them all.
yeah. It just, like, so she was holding out on hope because she finally very clearly remembered one time where hope worked out. And that's what she's basing all her memories on.
Wasn't it established at the beginning that, like, the plants were trying to constantly, like, creep in, and they had, like, spray, keep it...
And that never came back.
It never came back, but now that there's a hole in the wall, shouldn't the plants slowly creep in and take over?
I doesn't ultra invasive plant life, but when the wall breaks down, you hear like kookaburras and tigers and like toucans and shit.
Yeah,
like,
they're right there.
Yeah,
they're
like,
ready to come
100%. They were not scared by the explosion at all.
They were like, ooh, we've been waiting we've been cloning ourselves for 400 years.
Everyone's cloning themselves these
until
days.
this wall came down.
Dude, yeah, it didn't make any sense.
The scientists, they just cloned any, like, what is this? What is this DNA of? I don't know. Clone it. See what happens. A tiger comes out. Throw it on the other side.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Trevor he's a really good like microbiologist, but also he's a big fan of the island of Dr. Moreau. So it's just like tiger people on the other side of the wall. That's for all his like. That's the no man's land where it's all just mutants that didn't fully evolve and shit.
Whoops.
All right, yeah. So, could you make a sequel? What do you guys have?
Well, between the two of you, you guys like said my sequel already.
Because the movie's fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted there to be a who was it? The handler. She was gonna
That's
be
the white lady.
Yeah, she was gonna be manipulating both sides because the one scene.
That's what I thought was happening.
The one scene where the flower came out of her mouth.
Yeah.
She's a flower hybrid something lady. She's the reason why the world is being taken over with the nature and the green, and that's what I wanted.
That would have been better.
Honestly, my sequel was the like leader of the Monacans was living outside in the
Mhm.
jungle
Yep.
or whatever, and yeah, she
Exactly.
was secretly an evil jungle plant lady.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So
wanted all that stuff. They had 400 years to like super evolve. So
and
just
now
have
they
super
finally
evolved
brought
things.
down the wall, but that was part of their plan because now the plant people are gonna come in.
Yep.
And
Yeah, that was almost what I had, which is everyone almost immediately dies because they have no idea what plants or animals are. And then Eon is once again alone and desperately trying to piece back how to clone people, ironically. Because now they're all fucking dying. She's like, oh, we kind of need the whole clone thing going on there.
Ooh, I wish I didn't blow up that blimp.
Oh yeah, and then I was gonna try to fill in some holes with the only way to beat the plants or the plant lady was
It's
with
love.
Eon's it was with Eon's DNA or blood, which is why she couldn't die. The guy was like, "You're very important." They said that you can't just leave it.
I know.
I mean, you can. They did.
They
yeah.
certainly did. Okay, so that's what we got. Clearly, this movie wrote itself into a corner. That was
Yo.
awful. Holy shit. Withered up and died in that corner. So, Naked in Math Class.
Uh-oh.
Let's do this real quick.
Okay.
According to IMDb, over 30 minutes was cut from this movie,
Oh.
including a character which was revealed to be gay. I don't have the answer, but which character do you think was gay?
The brother.
Oren?
Oren.
Maybe. That's why he hated the fact that, like, the lady was changed. This lady's changing you.
Pregnant women. Because they get the life.
Straights.
Which I can't.
Damn straights.
Sterility. I don't see any problem with that. We can just keep cloning. That's what he wants.
I was going to say Sathandra, which is why she turned so easily.
Oh.
She's like, but I
secret-
love
Yeah,
her.
I was gonna say the feet lady.
I'm in love with her. Feet lady.
The hand feet lady.
Aren't you an actress? You were in a couple. No, feet lady. I know you. You're a feet lady.
You gotta take your shoes off. Is that real?
Yeah. Take your shoes off. I want to see your freaking double
I
hands.
want to see freak feet. Freaky feet. Come on.
Freak feet. Start throwing coins at her.
Coins.
Take off your shoes. Freak feet. I want to see her.
Coin. Not even money. Like Subway tokens. And
Chuck E.
like,
Cheese coins.
like
Take them off.
like AA chips. Just coins. Freak feet. It's worth it. I'll drink again. See you, freak feet. Take my chip. Okay. You saw this film. We all watched this film.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
How many costume changes did Aeon Flux have?
Ooh, I like this.
6.
I want to say 8.
6.
Ooh.
Whoa.
The sexy beekeeper outfit.
Yeah.
The white, like the outfit she always has on when she goes to the handler room,
Yeah.
the white handler room. Her clothes in the market for some reason were different.
Yeah.
She had a white combat mission outfit that was different from the handler room one.
Yep.
And then the black outfit
The
she
black
wore, the
outfit.
whole thing, and then the Catherine outfit at the end.
Yeah, I counted that one.
That's what I have.
I figured there might have been more.
What did you? Oh, you just add some more in, just
Yeah.
why
There's
not?
probably more. I'm forgetting.
Finally, this for roles of films, sometimes actors take on training to better suit themselves for the role. So this film had a lot of running and jumping and building scaling and hand-to-hand combat.
Did you see her
gun
crawl
fights,
against the floor?
right? Like military role, quite lightning quick reflexes. So what is the best actor or best training an actor for this film can have?
I saw what this
You did?
was.
Alright.
Yeah,
I did.
but I'm trying to think.
What do you think?
What's the best training
Yeah,
they could get?
what's the best training you could have for this movie?
Oh, you would need to go like, I don't know, like Navy SEALs or like mixed martial arts or.
Navy SEALs, I'd probably say for everything she did, that'd probably be some good training.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, what's parkour free running where you gotta like flip and jump over.
Something like that. But you said what was the answer?
Trampolining.
Trampoline training with Cirque du Soleil.
I was gonna say as a joke, like circus acrobats.
Yeah!
I was, so
Well,
I
that's what she did. Cirque du Soleil training.
Because it was a lot of just like wire stuff. She was attached to wires.
No, I don't even think it was that.
Dude.
I think it was like
hand-to-hand.
half
quick
of
cut.
her was on a chair and the other half of her was just like moving her arms as though she was spinning. There were like so many times she was flying through the air and you just saw her upper body doing this Superman.
They
like,
just Flintstoned her. Where she just stood there. They moved the whole scenery around her. She moved her arms like she was crawling.
Yeah, so that's Cirque du Soleil training. All right, so why would you make this? As we said, because Michelle Rodriguez backed out of this anime-ish adaptation. It's not really anime. It was made by MTV.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But the guy who made it, I'm a racist, is Japanese, so he's got that anime style and influence.
Yeah.
But for the actual film, according to director Karen Kusama, after finishing the movie, the studio fired her, recut her movie into a 71-minute long version, which tested poorly with audiences. So they hired her back and asked her to re-edit the film into a third different film. Not the one she already did, a third different film.
Wow.
And yeah, huge parts of the plot were left out, including one character being gay.
Let me ask you. You're the director of this movie. You make it, and the studio's like, ugh, we hate it, and they fire you. When they bring you back, do you go back? And if you go back, do you really try to, make a good movie? Or are you just like, fuck this shit?
I mean, you signed on, so you gotta have some pride in it. You can't just
I
take
think
the
more
job
importantly, you get a better
tank it.
contract out of it. Because they're coming back to you.
Oh.
You're like, you fired me. No, I want
absolutely.
more than
yeah,
you
no
fucking barrel them.
Yeah, that paycheck's going up.
Because they're coming back to you.
I want that Charlize Theron money.
Yeah.
Straight Deliverance style negotiations. Make him squeal like a pig. Yeah, like that. So yeah, join us next time with Mila Jovovich for the 2006 sci-fi action Ultraviolet.
Oh my god, it was the year after this.
It's the same
Holy
movie,
I
dude.
thought it was this
shit.
movie.
It's gotta be the same movie.
And isn't that pretty much just it's the Resident Evil movies, but without any branding?
Yeah,
It's
she's tight black spandex running around shooting things.
or Underworld. Look, it's always
Tight black spandex running around shooting things.
Just flipping and dipping.
flipping and dipping.
Dipping, yeah.
What's the dipping? Running away?
She eats chips.
She's shooting and
She
eating chips.
she has she has the Brad Pitt style of acting where she's always eating something in the
I
scene.
love that style. That's my style.
Do you think he has a really good workout regimen, or does he just not eat all day so that way he can eat all day at work?
Or doesn't swallow anything. He just chew
I like wine tasting.
He's got a guy who
He's
just
got a
follows him
spit
around.
bucket?
Yeah,
A
man.
food bucket for
Ah.
acting.
Do you think he also has a pig that he feeds the spit bucket to? I don't know why.
Slop.
Yeah.
He names it Brad Pig.
Yeah.
Yo, it does fucking. What? Give me Brad Pig.
You get him on the phone. That son of a bitch is gonna make some money today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's gonna spend money. I don't think he's gonna make
No,
any.
but just the
We'll turn it
public,
into a kid's
his
book.
stock will go up, and
Yeah,
people
yeah.
want to be like, I want Brad Pitt and his pig, and you want Pitt? That's $1 million. You want Pitt and a pig? That's $2 million.
Pig in a pit.
Pitt and a pig.
You do like a buddy, like a Turner and Hooch, but it's him and the pig.
Fucking fun and Brad Pitt fall. He's doing sitcoms with pigs.
It's all the pig.
Oh man. Okay, so VictoryProWrestling.com.
Victory Pro Wrestling returns live to Center East, Long Island, New York, April 28th. I'm pretty sure.
April, no March? Oh, you just had March.
This is March.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
we
so
just
you
had March. It was the anniversary show. I don't know what number, but it returns to VFW.
12 or 13. it
Yeah, I'm old. VFW Hall in Center East, Long Island, New York, April 28th. Spring Fever. I don't know what's happening, but EJ Riss just won the VPW Championship. I assume he'll be defending it.
Okay.
I successfully defended my New York State Championship against the Hurricane, so I'll probably be defending that.
All right.
And then other things may also occur.
I mean, it's more than 2 matches.
Yeah.
Is a show.
There's
so
at least 2, possibly more.
possibly more. Card subject to change.
We have this tag team championship and a women's championship, and those will probably happen.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Historically, we're against that, but
Otherwise, you can follow me online at VJ Delta.
nice. So go to www.ymp.com for all things Why Would You Make This, including episodes links to our episodes that you can listen to for free on iTunes and Google+. Also, check out our YouTube. We got some puppet videos on there and a few clips from the show. You can contact me if you'd like to. I'd like if you would. At Time Commander on Twitter, or by searching Why Would You Make This on Facebook. Skylar, are you still off the grid?
Please don't talk to me, guys.
Don't talk to Skylar online. Don't do it. It's a mistake. Intro music is, of course, Falling After Love by Kill Paris. And join us next time again for Ultraviolet. What's up?
It's now known as Chilaris.
No, that's
just copy and
nothing
paste
gets edited. Nothing gets edited. So, for J Delta and Skylar, I'm Jimmy Time. Please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts.